Well, last year was phenomenal. I got no complaints. I won Angler of the Year, won the boat. When I heard it was Mille Lacs for the championship, I never thought I had a chance at all, even winning that boat. So that was a miracle. Very, very happy with that. And
it was actually a really good year last year. But yeah, I mean, me and Noah, we did a little shootout out on Mille Lacs, and I ended up taking second for the boat in the championship. Which kind of hurt, but you know, he had good fish going in the second period.
This is our first stop down on Pool 4 and 5 in Wabasha. Probably one of the nicest places you can fish in the state of Minnesota. Great bass fishing. We got good weather. We've got fish that are in spring mode. They want to eat. They want to bite. And you're going to see a lot of good fish caught. Smallmouth and largemouth.
Last time we were here, we were in August. It's a little bit earlier than we were here last time. There's still fish biting. It should be a pretty good bite, I feel like. I don't know if it's going to be what it was when we were here a couple years ago, but it should be a good bite going on.
Well, the river is a very difficult place to fish. It's very intimidating because you have, you know, everything looks good. It looks like you should catch a bass on every point. It's very difficult to learn, and the young guys, you know, the ones that just, you know, sit their boat down and fish an area and learn an area are going to do better than trying to run all over the place.
I think I said this last year, but the unknown is kind of what scares me. The rookies, you don't know what they're capable of. You know, some of these guys could come in here and just blow us out of the water. I don't know.
There's veterans that have been doing it for a long time. Those guys are always solid, they're always there, but we're also getting some newer, younger sticks coming up, and they've proved, like last year, we had a newer stick win Minnetonka. So you always got to watch out for them. The field's always stacked. I'm always watching my back for everybody, really, because in this format, anybody can pull it off.
I'm really looking for a challenge, something to push my limits a little bit more, focusing on numbers of fish, quality of fish, and getting away from that 5-fish format. Just to really open the box and see what it has to offer.
Being that it's the first event, now we got to fish 3 events and get points and get to that end goal of making the championship, and that's always the end goal. I mean, we're going to fish for a boat again in September. And
it's the only tournament circuit around where you can fish for a boat as an individual. You're not fishing as a team, you know. You're fishing as an individual. You're fishing for a $55,000 boat, and you're only fishing against 24 other guys. I mean, and that's no entry fee. That's amazing.
What the Champions Tour does for us is insane here in Minnesota, where we have a lot of tournaments, but not necessarily big caliber tournaments. And them coming here to my home state of Minnesota, a 3-tournament circuit, and allowing us to fish for a brand new Skeeter boat is like, it's unheard of, and it's awesome. I love it. It's definitely my favorite thing that this tour offers.
Fishing for a boat's pretty special here in Minnesota right now. There's just not many places you can do that. And thanks to Bonham and all the rest of you guys, we're able to, you know, in September fish for a brand new Skeeter boat. So
tomorrow's the first day, and the whole trip to trying to win that boat starts tomorrow, and I'm pumped about it.
You guys monitors, listen. River Split is the state boundary down the middle of the river, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Okay? Scott's gonna flip a coin and decide which side we're starting on.
Heads will be Minnesota. Tails, of course, is Wisconsin.
Heads Minnesota, tail Wisconsin.
Carolina, take a picture of that. 2-sided coin.
Tails it is.
Tails it is. Your morning session will be the Wisconsin side of the river. Down, Red Wing, down to the bottom of Pool 5, you may not cross a train bridge.
Pre-tournament meetings are wrap on the first stop of the 2022 Champions Tour on the Mississippi River. Lake Split is in. I should call it the River Split. We're splitting it down the middle, the Minnesota-Wisconsin border, which is right down the middle of the river channel. First half they're starting in Wisconsin, second half they're going over to Minnesota, but they've got all the way from the top of Pool 4 all the way to the bottom of Pool 5.
Good morning, everybody. Here we are, 2022 beginning of the Champions Tour for the tour season. We are on the banks of Wabasha, Minnesota, the Mississippi River, frankly one of the finest fisheries in the country. It's going to be a shootout today. It's early season. Fish are in all transition stages right now. Should see a lot of fish catches. Encourage you to follow along on the Real Live Well app. It's going to be a fun event. Be a part of it. Again, Champions Tour 2022 starting today. The guys are excited. It's going to be a great event.
It's 8:01. We have 6 fish so far. Pretty good start of the morning, but we need to step it up a little bit, but I think we're in second place. So, you know, the conditions in practice were slick, calm, and we had overcast a little bit, but a lot of sun, and I found these fish when it was sunny. Not easy to see them because the river's high and muddy, but you can see where they're at, the light spots. There's a lot of smallmouth up spawning right now. That's what I'm targeting, obviously. And it's just this wind and the sun's not up yet. It just makes it a lot harder. You can't see the bed. I'm just kind of, I got them marked, but it's not an exact, you know, spot. I can't see the light spot, so I'm just kind of casting where I think it should be, or where I got the mark. So it's worked 6 times, but there's about 5 or 6 that I just didn't hit the right spot, or maybe they're gone, I don't know.
I'm fishing for transitioning fish, staging outside of a spawning area, and you know, we're on some pretty strong current, so I'm just using the current and utilizing some line drag and getting my my tube to lie right in a strike zone. So it's a very specific cast, it's a very specific technique, and they're really just kind of lining up like a buffet right there. So I'm getting lucky and plucking off a few, and yeah, I think I'm sitting in 2nd or 3rd place, probably falling down because I got to be humbled being a rookie. So getting excited and a little jittery. Being a rookie on this tour, my jitters are just... Nolan here in the boat could attest to it. I was trying to retie my tube and I couldn't hold my line. I couldn't tie a knot. My hands are shaking. My heart's pounding. Oh, I looked like a toddler in a candy store in a sugar high, just freaking out. It's a crazy format, that's for sure. Oh God. Speak of the devil. Oh, be big enough, be big enough. No, it's not big enough. Darn it. Ah, shoot, picture real quick. No, that's not big enough. Oh, that's not big enough. 14 ounces. Shoot. Oh. You're kidding me. All right. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, every fish counts. Every fish counts. Thank you, Nolan. Initial this thing. Sign that. All right. Stick in some grass. Nope, no, I got one. Oh, it came right off that rock. £1 pound, 1 ounce. 1.4. 1.4. All right. A little thicker than I thought. All right.
There he is. That's the one. Please don't do that again. You guys want to play. Got him. Pitcher. Weigh. Is it zeroed?
Yep.
$210.
2 pounds 6 ounces.
It's close. That's how we drove up here.
All right, it's 9:12 in the morning. Blasted off at 7, we're lines in. But so far it's been pretty aggressive morning, but definitely smallmouth are the fish that are going right now for these guys. Not as many largemouth caught so far, but right now Luke Gilliland's in the lead. He took the lead pretty early today, 24 pounds. Chad Grigsby had the lead for a bit. He's dropped down to 3rd place, but Tommy Parker's really charged up there. He's up in 2nd place right now with 18 pounds. But Dane Voselka in 4th place. But the big thing that's been going on today, lots of smallmouth catches. Things haven't really gotten crazy like they did the last time that we were here at the river, but it's a little bit earlier in the year, but we're going to keep with this, guys, and keep moving on.
We got, I don't know, quite a few smallies back here. They're just chasing bait. Kind of got to bounce around with them, but there's a little current coming from this river and down here too, so it kind of a little conveyor belt for them. There's a ton of little shad. They're going right up there. And just trying to kind of be in the right place at the right time and capitalize when they're feeding. They've been going in little spurts lately, kind of been moving around, but I guess we're in 1st right now, and we'll see how long I can hold that for, and I don't know, just keep going throughout the day. But they have been going all morning.
Seven.
All right.
So it's 9:55 right now. We've got about an hour left. So right now I'm just, you kind of see over here, I'm just fishing it's kind of like brush with a little bit of rock. And I'm staying about 40 feet out. Just casting a Ned rig in and dragging it back to the boat. And it was a little faster in the morning, but now we're just kind of slowly catching one every about half hour, trying to keep up with everyone. And right now I'm at about 21 pounds, slowly moving up. Right.
Fishing the river, it can be super fun, it can be super frustrating, definitely can be humbling. But the one thing that it can be too for everybody, not just guys like us that fish a lot or in tournaments, but everybody. One thing that's really important, rivers can be intimidating. Not just the fishing part, the safety part, the motoring through, how you'll work it, and your equipment, and making sure that your equipment on the river is the best it can be, is huge. You can't overstate it. I'm really fortunate. I've been with Skeeter boats and Yamaha for a number of years. Tell you what, it doesn't matter if I'm out on Mille Lacs or Sturgeon Bay when we've got giant waves and bad weather, or we're on a river where you've got to make sure that you can get through skinny water when you need to. Your equipment's not going to let you down. If it picks up out here, like we're on Lake Pepin, it can get really nasty pretty quick. I've got no fear or reservations about having myself or you or a boat official out with me anywhere in a Skeeter boat. Like, it's just these boats are super dry. They're super reliable. I've watched it. Angler after angler, we're running other boats and other equipment, and now our field is really heavily saturated with Skeeter boat anglers, and they're the same anglers. They just have all kind of moved over, and as we've learned and seen the performance of this stuff, and the guys are jumping in the boats and seeing what's up, there's this major conversion that's happened in the last number of years, and that's for a reason. And all these guys, everybody wants to make sure that they're really safe, and their equipment's going to be at the top level they need it to be, and there's a bunch of us that are now making sure we're doing that.
All right, well, we just got out, hopped in the boat with Ron Mayer. Ron Mayer is a rookie with the Champions Tour this year, but Ron is definitely not a rookie. When I met Ron, he was fishing TBF, Bass Federation National Championships. We've been talking for a long time, trying to get him to come out and join the tour. This year, we finally made it work. But Ron, you're one of the rookies out here this year. But one of the things that I've noticed with the rookies on this tour is that getting used to the format, getting used to the stress has a lot of trouble trying to figure that out and get used to it. You're doing great so far this morning. I mean, you're sitting in 5th place right now, and you haven't had that let's get used to this new style format yet.
No, I mean, bottom line is it's still fishing. I mean, you're going out in the morning and you're competing against all these guys, but it's still just fishing. So
yeah.
It's, You just, I mean, you can't let it get in your head, and I fish tournaments all the time and all over the place, so if you ever let it get in your head, you're out of the game. So you just keep fishing, something bad happens, you shake it off and make another cast. So basically after the largemouth beds, it'll sit there for a while and they hatch, and they'll come up just tiny little balls of bass, basically. I mean, they'll just be like this big. That's when they first start out. They'll get in basically a cluster, and the bass will guard them from anything for a while. So typically, anything you throw through there, the bass will hit it to protect them. And like I said, today it's not working all that well, but that's typically the logic behind it. There's one. Well, the nice thing is I'm doing it on a bait caster and for the chatterbait, so I can actually.
Hold on 1 second. Okay.
So I can actually flip them in versus having to go down and grab them.
1-9?
Yep. Oops.
So we're sitting here at halftime, currently in the lead with 36 pounds. You know, we'll see how the second half goes. Kind of left them biting, so that always sucks having to do that. But with this format, we'll be fishing the Minnesota side the second half. So kind of I don't have much over there, so we'll see how that goes. But try and scrap a few together and see if we can't stay in the lead.
Well, here we are, first half. First half's over, we're here at lunch. Sitting in 3rd place with 26.10. Had a pretty good half. It was real tough to see. I'm up shallow, and I had a lot more opportunities, but I couldn't see what I was doing. So hopefully the second half goes a little better. Sitting in 3rd place. Got a little ground to make up, but we're going to the Minnesota side, so I got some marked over there. We'll see how it goes.
I caught most of my fish this morning. So my old pattern, they were up shallow spawning on beds. And I went up there today and the wind was blowing in there, couldn't see anything, all chocolate. So I wasn't getting anything on those, so I moved out about 20, 30 feet. And I started finding them about 10, 20 feet off the bank. And I was just dragging a Ned rig real slow. And I was getting, in the morning it was pretty easy to get them. And then by about 9:30 it started slowing down. So just trying to keep up with everyone at this point. But the first half was what I was worried about, so we're ready to get after him the second half.
Megan, I gotta come back there. I think be careful. These big ones, they can really smoke you when they take off. That's your mind. Your mind. Boom. That's the way you start out the first half or second half. You got a picture there? Oh yeah. Ah, 210. 210? Yeah. 210. 210. What was that, 2 pounds you told me I needed? Come on, baby. Hey, the dock is nice.
Oh, nice.
Huh? She said, how's the fishing? I said, pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
2-4.
Okay.
How big was it?
2.5.
Nice, that's nice.
Yep. Come right off of your pontoon there. Thanks for having it. I'll come back. He's waiting for us.
In that first half, we made a 26-mile run to catch 0 fish. And you know, it's one of those things that this Real Live Well app can spin you out. It gets in your head, and I had one fish that showed me everything I needed to see. And we ran back down, pulled up in a stretch, and in 40 minutes climbed back in his 17th. Here we go. She'll be scoreable. Oh yeah, definitely scoreable. Thorne Brothers Custom Hair Jigs. Thorne Brothers Custom Rod. Can't say enough about Thorne Brothers. Saving my bacon. What is it?
2-1.
All right. Not quite the bombs we're looking for, but we're dropping them. We're dropping them.
Matt Thompson's on a tear right now. He's just catching them, but look at him. So what he's doing right now is he's putting his rod over his graph, looking at his Mega 360. It's like a clock, and apparently the way he held the rod, the fish might be like 11 o'clock, and what he's actually doing is he's lining up his cast. So he's putting his rod right over the screen, over what he's seeing on the Mega 360 as to where the fish is that he sees, and then he can identify exactly where he needs to cast at shore on that fish. That's just one of the hugest advantages of the Mega 360, is that that is independent of the head of the trolling motor. It's always pinging, spinning around, showing you everything around you. So his Ultrex is holding him right in the current, on spot lock, going wherever it needs to go to keep the boat in position, but that Mega 360 is showing him right where those fish are, and he's lining up that cast.
Sounds like after that last fish catch, I'm up to 25.6, about 10 pounds back out of first. We're climbing. We're climbing. We're snagging. I mean, look at this. We're on the Mississippi River, fishing riprap with Thorne Brothers hair jigs. My goal in this second half is a top 10 and a Yeti. That's my goal in the second half. Top 10, fish on. Scoreable, but not big. Just gorgeous brownies, though. Absolutely gorgeous brown fish. Look at these beauties. You think they want that hair? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Sometimes one fish will tell you everything you need to know for the rest of the day. We good?
Yep.
Let's weigh this bad boy and roll.
2-0. It said 3/4. Thought I was going to bump to 2-1, but it went down to half.
Won't be a baby. Can you imagine trying to set Adam Rasmussen's pace? We just had a big one bust behind the boat. So, hair jigging is one of my absolute favorite things to do. And Thorne's builds, to me, the finest hair jigging rods. They did everything rods, but they built me especially hair jigging rods. I'm running in this current, I'm running an 1/8 ounce. Outside the current slicks, I'm running a 3/32, so I got 2 rods rigged up. And the jigs I'm using You can only get them at Thorns. It's a Luke Rana strand, Thorn Brothers custom hair jig. And like I said, in the current, I'm running a 1/8, and in the slicks, I'm running a 3/32, and it's been magic. Let's keep it up. Here we go. Oh, this one feels good, guys. This one feels good. But it's right in a current seam, so it's tough to call yet. I promise you, anybody watching this cord tracker right now on the Real Live Well app, our competitors know what's coming. I'm dropping bombs and I'm coming for that Yeti. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. Yes! Woo! What do you think about this?
Turning it on, dude.
Now, are you gonna tell them you're having fun with me, or are we gonna still play it cool?
I think I'm having a blast, okay?
You ready?
What perseverance looks like. 2.9.
Must get bigger, buddy.
Let me get you this real quick.
Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bam.
I only got a boat. Of course, it's the smaller of the three, too. Yeah. Should be the lead right there, isn't it? Pretty good. I just gotta keep it going.
Definitely seems like the weight's slow enough. We took it. I mean, they seem like they're here. That was 4 bites in like 20 feet.
All right, guys, second half, we're a little over an hour into the second half, but there's a big shakeup, I think, that's starting to happen up on the Real Live Well board. The guys that really took off in the first half, your Luke Gilliland, your Chad Grigsby. Luke hasn't even caught a fish here in the second half yet. Chad Grigsby's only caught one. They're still hanging up there, but Tommy Parker has rocketed to first place. But one of the big move-ups was Matt Thompson. He was down at the bottom of the list in the first half, but he's rocketed all the way up to 4th place. I think the most consistent angler so far from first half to second is Ron Mayer. Ron caught him really good in the first half, and he's still catching him in the second half, so he's my one to really watch right now. But also we got to keep on these guys that are rocketing up from the second half.
I knew it'd get him that time. Uh-oh. Got him. Yeah, he followed my bait out last time, reeling it in, so that's why I quick reeled it and killed it, and he ate it.
111?
Yep. Yeah, the afternoon's gone pretty good. We pulled up first cast, I caught one and I lost it, and that was kind of a bummer. But then after that, they were here, and we've just kept catching them. And it's gotten a little bit slower now, but we're gonna run to a new spot here shortly and hopefully have another school set up there to catch. But yeah, it's 158 right now. I think we're in, what place are we in? Second place. Within striking distance yet. We got yeah, basically 2 hours to go. So.
Might go a pound.
That's what I'm gonna have to get down for. It's a better one. 4. Oh.
Stay on this time.
Put a lot of work into that one, I'd say. A little better fish.
How does it make you feel with an hour left?
I don't know. We got to catch more of these. Don't know where I'm sitting at the moment. I think in third yet. Or third now, I should say.
All right, it's the final hour of the day. Things have really heated up. Tommy Parker's still in the lead. Ron Mayer's still holding in there in the top 3. Matt Thompson's still catching some fish too, but the big thing that's really happened is Jim Moyne has rocketed up to second place. He's keeping up with Tommy. He's only maybe a fish or 2 behind him. We're going to find him, but he is back in the swamp. He is so far back. We've been idling for about 15 minutes because we can't get there any other way. We're working our way back to get to Jim, and he is in the toolies. He's really doing some serious river rat stuff here, and he is on the heels of Tommy with an hour to go, but we're working our way back. We're gonna get to him.
I'll take it there. Jeez. Whew. Wow. 3-pounder.
Feel better?
We need a couple more.
I didn't see him take it off.
There we go. Thanks for playing. Oh, God. Dear God. Oh. Oh. Yeah! Man, we're close. Woo! That one's got me shaking.
3-2. We did our first place, 48 pounds even.
Woo! It's
13 ounces over the leader. Just need another 1 or 2 of those.
You got bumped a second. Ron Mayer was 48 pounds easy.
Mayer got another one. It's up to 48. Yeah. Now we got competition. Yeah, getting down there. Yeah.
$114.
14. 114. Try to get a more graceful one this time. What about?
We got 49 pounds, 1 ounce, and he's got 48 pounds.
Back in the lead. Got 1-1.
At a point. You realize you can win this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just wondering. If you thought maybe you figured it out yet.
Oh no, I figured it out a while ago.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
You have 50 pounds, 2 ounces, and second place has got 48 pounds.
Ooh, be a pound.
Definitely one.
1-2.
There you go, bud.
Could be the winning fish right there.